I'm going to read this article for you guys real quick. It's real short. It's on Boxing News 24/7. Gervonta Davis, Coach Calvin Ford, has rejected the possibility of a fight with Shakur Stevenson, saying that it would mean Tank, 29-0 with 27 KOs, isn't going to take a pay cut. In other words, they don't want the fight with Shakur because it's too difficult and Tank might lose. That's the whole short article. Okay? And then it goes into detail about his coach wanting to have a rematch with Pitbull Cruz. Obviously, Pitbull Cruz looked vulnerable and very beatable in his last fight. So that's a possibility. Then they talked about possible Lomachenko. Instead of fighting Shakur, Frank Martin, or Lomachenko, they want Pitbull Cruz. Okay. It goes on to them talking about champions like Tyson Fury just holding on to the belts and so on. If you guys got Tank Davis on your pound for pound list, I question your ability and knowledge about boxing. And it's no disrespect to anyone out there, even if I'm cool with you. If you got Tank Davis in your pound for pound list after reading something like this, I'm sorry, but you might want to take him off. All right. The sport of boxing is become one big game of Monopoly where all they want to do is get the most money fighting the weakest opposition. And so when you guys start talking about UFC, MMA is not going to take over, MMA is this and this and that. If boxing keeps doing this, if boxers keep doing this, not fighting the best opposition, while MMA is continually having the guys fight the best opposition, boxing will die out. It will die out. Again, we just had a fight, a pay-per-view fight between Crawford and Spence that should have happened 5 years ago. And now we ended up having a one-sided fight when there's a possibility, had they fought 5 years ago, that it could have been a back and forth, action-packed fight. But that's not what we got. We got a whole lightweight title holder who is deliberately handpicking his opponents. And all I keep hearing is pro PBC guys talk about money, how much money these boxers making. He's making more money. Shakur doesn't bring anything to the table. This fighter doesn't bring anything to the table. This, that, and the third. It is a way to keep your fighter from fighting the best opposition. And the more you say certain words, right? These key words, and you constantly repeat these words, then they become the truth to the deaf and the blind and the mute. Okay? Floyd Mayweather told you guys he's the greatest fighter of all time because he fought 23 champions. And now you believe him. There's so many of you guys out there who believe him because he constantly said it. He's never unified, never became undisputed. And he technically didn't even really fight the best in every single weight class that he's been in. But when you constantly say something over and over again, it becomes the truth to the blind, deaf, and the mute. Shakur Stevenson and Tank Davis is a fight that we would love to see. Just like we would love to see Shakur Stevenson and Devin Haney. And we would love to see Devin Haney and Tank Davis. But if you guys are happy with watching Tank Davis and Devin Haney finally fight at 147, and then a bunch of you idiots are going to make videos saying now that they're in their prime, you're a stupid idiot. Because their prime is now. Tank Davis is 28 years, 27, 28. By the time they fight, he's going to be in his early 30s. But that seems to be the norm now in this generation, right? We got the Manny Pacquiao and Floyd in their 30s. You guys still think Manny Pacquiao and Floyd was in their primes. Anybody who say Manny Pacquiao and Floyd was in their primes, you're a stupid idiot. And then we got, again, Spence and Crawford. Crawford going to be 36, 37 years old. He's not in his prime, people. Competition is just weak now, so you could continue to keep fighting at late 30s. When Bernard Hopkins was fighting in his late 30s and early 40s, competition was kind of weak. Let's keep it a buck. Okay? Let's keep it a buck. So I don't want to hear that this is the best generation boxing has evolved and boxers are better, faster, bigger, stronger. No, they're not. No, they're not. No, they're not. No, they're not. Because if boxers was bigger, right? Right? If boxers was actually bigger and let's say Jermell Charlo balloons up into the light heavyweight weight class when he's fighting at 154, if you think he could beat Archie Moore, you're a stupid idiot. If you think Charlo could beat Harold Johnson, you're a stupid idiot. Bob Foster, you're a stupid idiot. The sport of boxing is, it's you heard what the trainer said. They would have to take a pay cut. Instead, when you know it would generate a lot of money fighting Shakur, and it would generate even more if there's a rematch. But stupid idiot fans will believe that because it's coming out of the PBC mouth. He would have to take a pay cut. And let's say he does take a pay cut. So what? It's not my money and it's not your money. So what? We want to see the best fight the best, and that's not what we're getting in this weak generation.